Discover Minnesota, brought to you by the Minnesota Historical Society and Explore Minnesota. There's no substitute for a great Minnesota vacation. From the lakes to the links, from bustling metro to untouched wilderness, experiences abound. Explore Minnesota this summer. Take a trip through Minnesota's colorful past. Visit Minnesota history at more than 20 historic sites and museums all over the state. It's fun for the whole family. Take a break and discover Minnesota, a state of adventure. For more summer fun ideas, go to carol11.com/discover.
Well, we've been hitting the road to discover Minnesota and hopefully give you some great getaway ideas in the process.
We've been keeping the destinations a mystery. This past week, we showed you this picture. To figure out where we are, Carol 11's Belinda Jensen is live with the answer. Hi, Belle.
Moo, that's where I am. Hey, I'm 30 miles from the Twin Cities, and I'm on a farm that actually was built in 1850 by the gentleman by the name of Oliver Kelly. This was his home. It was actually the second home. This was built in 1876, and he lived on this 178 acres, and he actually farmed a lot of grains, a lot of wheat, and they were able to get this farm in the 1930s. It was donated to the state of Minnesota, and so now it is a working farm here in beautiful Elk River. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the kitchen garden. Can you imagine getting all of your vegetables from the kitchen garden? They have lots of animals out here as well, as you can see, and they were earlier plowing the fields, of course, not with any kind of mechanics, but by these guys. So it's quite an amazing place. And Kyle Porter spent the morning here to find out why this is such an important place in history.
This is an ox, and an ox is nothing more than an overgrown steer with an education, but he is trained. Whoa. Whoa.
The Oliver Kelly farm is truly one of those places that take you back in time. It's not a recreation. There's about 60 acres worth of actual farming on site.
It has been a working farm since 1850, so almost 160 years worth of crops have come off this property. And today we still work it. We still farm. We put up hay. We put up grain. We raise livestock.
Bob Quist is site manager here and says people started visiting in 1935, although its current program established in 1981.
There are cattle, cows and oxen, horses for working with, hogs, chickens, a few cats to keep the mice at bay.
The livestock roam around and mingle with visitors.
We can create this historically accurate place with livestock out wandering around. We have animals anywhere from a 5-pound pig to a 2,400-pound ox walking by. They are farm animals, not pets, and so excess animals get sold off for breeding or for consumption. So like they have been for the last over 100 years that there have been animals out here as well.
They are a different kind of livestock, not something you'd see at a zoo.
They are much more like 19th century animals than 20th century animals. They are in many cases tamer because they're used to people.
The employees here are also educators and workers. Oliver Kelly moved to Minnesota in the 1800s and knew nothing about farming. He taught himself and created something special that visitors can learn from today.
When you're here, it's pretty hard to see and frequently hear the 20th century. And so I think that's another piece of it, that people feel isolated. They feel like they're on an older farm.
Kyle Porter, KARE 11 News.
Well, this place is good for young and old. There was actually a birthday party here earlier. They have people that walk around who are acting out what it would be like in 1850. Of course, they wouldn't have this in 1850, but this is John and Lance. They've been working hard all day. Hi, guys. How you doing? Just a couple of the employees here. It is a beautiful place. They do a lot of great things, and this is our 5th stop on our historical tour, and we are going to be at some very, very special place next week. In fact, Jared Sebesta is going to be traveling to our next Discover Minnesota location. So if you can guess where this is, go to carol11.com, click on Discover Minnesota, and you could win a trip around Minnesota. They're giving away lots of trips, Explore Minnesota and the Historical Society. Do you like this tour? Can you hold on? This little calf, by the way, is 2 months old and very, very, very hungry. So we're having a great time up here. It's a beautiful place. 179 acres up here in Elk River.
Oh, that's interesting. And that little cutie next to you is having a heck of a time too, isn't she?
She just keeps saying, "Oh my gosh."
She looks familiar.
Yeah.
We've seen her before.
Yeah. That calf
Absolutely.
with that milk, that looks like Mike at about 4:35 in the afternoon, right before he gets ready to do the 5 o'clock
Yeah, that
news.
ain't milk, sister.
Yep.
Thank you,
I
Belle.
don't know how happy he's going to be when he's done there.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we'll see you guys at 6.